ready, guys. She ready today.
Got it.
Lydia is ready today.
You ain't gonna talk about me today. You always want to talk about me.
Right. Listen, good morning. Welcome back to another Thursday. We over here like Skittles and whatnot. Just
we look
taste
cute.
the rainbow, you know.
We felt like, why not?
Why not?
Embody the logo.
Right.
I do too. Color is everything.
Color is everything.
Yes.
Got to live in color, not black and white. Even
No,
though
you
I'm
do
very
love your black and white.
I do.
But you're getting out of that. And it's so cute.
I'm trying.
I love it.
Y'all get this lip color every Thursday.
This
know?
is true.
Right?
Oh,
Only on Thursday.
Only on Thursday. Well,
right. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Welcome to Beautyish Radio.
Yes.
Where we talk about beauty, business,
and all that is.
Yeah, see, she already ready to raise the glass.
Oh, right.
Look at you. Look at you.
I look forward to Thursdays.
She never drinks. She never drinks. And then this causes us to have to cheers again, you know?
Just any reason, huh?
Right. But anyway, if you are just joining us for the first time, I am Joy M. Hutton, founder of On The Go Glam.
And I am Lydia Evans, founder of SW&G Essentials, better known as Swag.
Yes. So thanks, guys, for joining us. We have something to tell y'all today. Good morning, Maurice. Good morning, Takia. Thank you for joining us. Shout out where you're joining us from. We had Netherlands and Kenya someone from Kenya, Africa joining us last week.
Yep.
So
Canada.
Let us know where you're joining from. Yes, Canada.
Yep.
We love you all, and we thank you all for your support.
Absolutely.
And speaking of support, y'all be on our ass, So, we've received some DMs. Some of our friends have texted us. We've received some emails that y'all just not feeling being cut off at the 10-minute
They don't
mark.
like it.
They don't like it.
They don't like it. Well, it goes fast because it's almost like as soon as we get into the juice, it's like I look at the timer and it's like 9:59, and I'm like,
time to go.
And we get caught, which we understand that kind of comes with it, but we also understand at the end of the day, we want to make this as easy as possible for our listener, and we don't want to interrupt that process. That was never the goal to do that.
Exactly.
But it's so exciting to know that, our listeners actually want to
They want more.
No, they want. They love it, and that's
that's
so warming our heart.
I know. So we're excited about that. So guess what? Hey, Jeff from Chi-Town.
Hey, Chi-Town is always gonna speak up, ain't it?
Always.
Boy, y'all
we got
some real
to let
ones.
y'all know we in the building.
No, y'all really do.
Chi-Town.
Which one is it? Because I know y'all are like South Side, or what's the other side?
West Side.
West Side.
That's
Which one are you, Jeff? Go ahead and put that in there. Don't just say Chicago, because I know you want to claim a side.
Right.
I know you do. Y'all be clicking.
Right.
Yeah.
So, we have heard you guys loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
And we're going to give you guys a full episode today.
I think so. I think we're giving a full episode today. We hadn't done that since I think episode 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And we're episode what now?
13. Yes. So exciting.
They said that most people don't make it past like the second or third podcast.
I know.
Because either they can't get listenership or they just don't have content.
Absolutely.
We got to cheers to that. Baby, we made it to episode 13.
Cheers to Beautyish Radio.
Cheers.
And cheers to you all being our loyal listeners.
Told you. Southside. Thank you, Jeff. I knew you was going to claim it.
The Southside. Went down the wrong way. Okay, anyway, so you're gonna get the full episode today, but it always comes with a catch, guys. All right. We need y'all to go over to YouTube, okay? Because starting next week, we're going to go live from YouTube instead of Facebook. And we're doing this for some logistical reasons. But it just makes sense because we've been driving you all to YouTube anyway to subscribe. So while you're over there subscribing, you might as well just go ahead and tune in every Thursday from YouTube.
Yeah, I think what we were trying to do originally was touch all the markets.
Exactly.
Because it's like Instagram has a completely different vibe than Facebook. And we started on Instagram.
Right.
Then we had to bring it over to Facebook because of the way Instagram set up. We could not do it on Instagram.
Exactly.
And so then we had to bring it over to Facebook. Completely different vibe.
Yeah.
And then some of our Instagrammers felt kind of left out.
Yeah,
And then we bring it over to Facebook, and then when we did the cutoff at the 10-minute mark, I think our Facebookers felt like, but I want to see the rest of it.
Right.
So then we felt like, but then what about our YouTubers? viewers. We have subscribers on our YouTube page that need it.
Exactly.
So we were like, what platform can everyone get to that we can just do this on, and then you don't have to have a delay?
Right.
Because if we cut you off at the 10-minute mark, you can't even get the rest of that current episode until that next Monday because of editing and all the rest of that. So we were like, how can we bring you the real and the raw? Because that's what we want to do.
Right.
Every Thursday, where you can see us live and experience the whole 30 minutes with us.
Exactly.
Because it goes by fast.
So there you have it. Because it's because we love y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. And we heard you loud and clear.
Oh, good morning,
Mom
Mama.
said good morning. Good morning, Mommy.
You see how she put that in there?
Yes. She said good morning, daughter.
I'm a whole daughter.
Right. Exactly. She is. That's my sister. And Sushi's Duchess, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. All right, so we're going to get into it because we want to give you all your whole 30 minutes today. So we like to start the week off with a beauty of the week.
Yes.
And this week is Viola Davis.
Look at that skin. Lord have mercy.
She is beautiful.
Yeah, she's pretty.
I love Viola Davis, and not only is she pretty, but she is highly educated.
Yes.
I mean, she is what I like to say a late bloomer.
Yeah.
And I consider myself a late bloomer, you know, because I started entrepreneurship late. I gained a little weight, late, because I was like, am I just going to be 100 pounds all my life?
Is that your plight, though, Joy? Is your plight that you
Yes.
have only been 100 pounds your whole goddamn life?
But not no more. So don't y'all come for me in this chat because I'm over 100 pounds now, okay? Don't even... You know what, Lydia?
Mike, where the hell are the crickets? That Mike, damn,
Don't you play those
we
crickets,
just had a
Mike.
pep talk.
Really, Mike? Really? See,
I'm trying to hear that shit.
this is
100
the one
pounds, that's your
side-
problem,
this is
though.
the one side. I'm
not.
over 100 pounds.
Ooh.
Do you know how hard that is for somebody that's been, what was that, olive oil all day life?
Somebody called you.
They did. I used to see, and now you want
I'm
to feel
sorry.
That's what I'm saying. They used to make fun
I would
of me.
never call you olive oil. I call you tidbits.
Tidbits.
You're my tiny
Tidbits
little
cute.
friend, but
Yeah.
I never would. I would never like.
But not anymore. So
not olive oil.
Not anymore. I got a little bump.
But you got a little
bump.
I mean, we talked about that.
Get a little bump.
Just
Got a little bump pieces now. So, but Viola Davis, she started her acting career pretty late. She wasn't really recognized until her late 30s.
Right.
And then even outside of acting, her and her husband decided to adopt, and she was in her late 40s. So I'm like, man, this woman is an inspiration because, y'all, that's probably going to be me. I'm going to have a baby at 50.
Baby, I'm a late bloomer, too. I know we were talking about that. We were trying to link up when we could have a baby at the same time so they could be friends since all our friends already had babies. So
Right. Everybody's
baby ain't gonna have no friends,
right?
Because our kids gonna be
their kids are gonna be
one,
babysitters,
and their kids are having kids. It's just oh my god. But the thing is that you can't control that,
right?
And that's something I'm really trying to come to peace with because I sacrifice so much for my business. So now I am, settling into my life and settling into the fruits of my labor, and so. I understand the late blooming. It's a battle because it's an internal battle because sometimes I'll be like, what if that window to have a baby misses me?
Right.
And everybody, it's different strokes for different folks. Some people, the in vitro and all the rest of that. There's certain things that just don't sing to my fancy.
Yeah.
So I don't care to necessarily do if me and my boyfriend or husband or whatever have you do not have a baby together.
Right.
But, at the end of the day, I sometimes realize that it wasn't like I was sitting on my ass for the last 15, 16 years. I've been grinding and sacrificing. And then also when I read into my lifeline, it also said that according to my lifeline, I'm going to be a late bloomer. And my life won't manifest. Like I won't become a multi-millionaire until I'm like late into my 40s, early 50s. And so I kind of have come into acceptance of that. Yeah. So it's all about, but the being at peace with yourself during the process really helps you in entrepreneurship.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
And I had to come to that acceptance too because, and there are still moments where I'm like, I feel like I should be at a certain place right now. I thought I would be married and have 3 kids and, have this multi-million-dollar business, but I believe that everything happens in its divine timing, and it's gonna work out how it should. Sandy said she needs that jacket.
Sandy, you can't have my jacket. Last time I gave you something, you didn't give it back. You remember Sandy? Don't ask me for shoes, bras, draws, nothing, Sandy, because you don't give it back.
Not draws. So yeah, but And so, speaking of late bloomer, we talk about entrepreneurship and we talk about, how you say you're going to have this multi-million-dollar
Right.
business. So, last week we started talking about your business, but I want to continue that conversation because you have so many facets of your journey that are so amazing.
I've had a life,
and
babe.
I just think there are a lot of these stories that are untold by. Are you comparing?
No, I'm not comparing it. I just feel like, why not have that closeness?
Right. We can't get enough of each other. She got to have our glasses right next to
I want
each
to see
other.
what that looked like. Okay.
Woo! We just can't get enough of each other. So, see, you trying to distract me because she don't
trying
like
to distract you.
Yes, she is.
It's
but
not
yeah.
that I don't like talking about myself. It's just
Okay, so we gonna talk
it's
about
so much,
Yes.
Joy. You as a friend, you've heard me tell you some crazy wild shit I've gone through.
Yeah.
Some of these crazy people, influential people in Houston,
Mm-hmm.
just shit I've gone through.
Yeah.
That is like, you know what I mean? That would sit another entrepreneur down or discourage another entrepreneur. Things
Right.
I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
the faces on people I've seen. Jesus Christ, it's been a. Yeah, it's been a journey for me, and but I'm still here, and I'm grateful to be able to. So it's like sometimes when I think about people asking me about my life, I'm like, baby, do you have 8 years?
Right.
Because I can tell you all this, how the hell I got here, because it's been a lot.
Yeah.
Because I look at how I've been doing this for 15 years. I've seen other entrepreneurs in Houston go through 10 businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, you cannot say I've not done skincare the entire time.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, I have my investments in other things, absolutely, because you have to have your little streams going into your lake.
You got to diversify your portfolio, absolutely.
But I've seen people they give it a year and a half, they're done. 2-3 years, they're done. Like, I've been at this, and in that process, I've seen so many entrepreneurs come and go in their process trying to find themselves, find their way and stuff. So it's just like I think I have a different kind of outlook on it because it's like I never did change. Well, I've changed in the process, guys, but I'm saying like I never chased money.
Right, exactly.
I didn't like if someone says, well, Lydia, that skincare ain't really making you money. Get on over here and sell this insurance. I'm not.
Right.
Listen, this is going to pop for me.
Yeah.
It's a matter of time.
And it's something you're passionate about, too. So you're going to make sure that you put your all into it.
Yeah.
So we left off talking about last week, the swag bar and how, that became something that men needed.
Yes.
Your brother was saying we need something in the barbershop for men who have folliculitis and whatnot. And so you started working on the swag bar, and then what kind of came next for you there? Because you touched on kind of how
I partnered up with a doctor. Mm-hmm. I had a doctor colleague that I partnered up with her, and she was my recommended physician, and then that kind of helped me really substantiate the bar and the products.
Right.
And then I actually ended up going to SD school. So I became an esthetician in 2012. Well, I started school in 2011, but then I ended up getting licensed in 2012. While it appeared to be I had already been in the skincare industry for so long, like, why get licensed in that?
Right.
Because I just feel like when you have a passion and you have something you want to do, it's extremely important to humble yourself and know that you don't know everything.
Right.
And there's always something to learn. And I just felt like, why not credential myself?
Exactly.
And so, I have my degree from college is PR advertising. So I think I can't lie and say that hasn't helped me when I look back at my life, but that's not a degree in skincare.
Yeah.
And so, getting my license in aesthetics, that really opened my eyes up to how many different careers I could do.
Right.
But I still chose to do product development. And after I did that, then it was like shortly thereafter, I ended up getting named top 25 women in Houston by Rolling Out Magazine and Comerica Bank.
Yeah.
And that kind of put me on that playing field in Houston with other people.
Right.
Where they kind of were like, they had heard about me all that time, but they didn't really, I don't think that they looked at me like someone to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
And then after that kind of changed my world because it brought me into that who's who market of people that I thought that I needed to be a part of in order for my thing to pop.
Right.
And That was a fiasco. Shit, that's a girl. It's some crazy ass people in Houston. Jesus Christ, it's some crazy ass people. I know it's crazy people in the world. I can only speak from Houston because I'm in Houston.
Everywhere, right?
There's some nutty ass people in Houston. Nutty, crazy ass. Not nearly what you think they are. Oh,
yeah.
I kind of show my flaws because I love that I'm a flawed human.
Yeah.
Because I think it gives me a safety net to be me.
Yeah.
No, being able to admit you're a flawed human and walking in that allows you to be you. It allows you to have something happen, and then you don't have to feel like you have to apologize for it. You don't feel like you have to make up for it. You don't feel like you have to, hide or shroud yourself because you feel embarrassed.
Exactly.
No, this is who I am. So I show people who I am because you can never use anything against me.
Right.
But there's a lot of people, and I understood that in entrepreneurship, that's not honest and true to themselves. And then it made me be very clear on why things took off for me that hadn't taken off for other people.
Right.
Because a lot of people in entrepreneurship feel like they have to be everything to everybody, whatever face they need to put on. If they hate your guts, they'll sit up and, that's not me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to break my neck. And if you come to me and start talking to me and I know you said something foul about me or you don't like me, I will literally address you. If you come over and like, oh, Lydia, so, I'm like, no, but how about when you said, and they're like, oh, well,
right.
Miss me with the fake shit. And so I've just always been that way the entire time. And so that for me was very disarming because I felt so disconnected because I started to pull myself out of social circles that I felt would socioeconomically benefit me.
Yeah.
And it made me feel very alone.
And that's a struggle, right? Because you want to put yourself out there because people need to know about you so that you can market your business in that way through social networking. But at the same time, if you feel isolated and you don't feel welcome in certain circles, there's just like this dichotomous relationship with that, with socializing yourself.
It is.
And so I definitely struggle with that as well. And so, Sushi's Duchess is saying, say that exactly right.
Yeah.
And so it is a constant struggle because,
it is.
But I think with that, we've talked about this too. When you're feeling that way, then maybe it's just time to reevaluate your network. And that's something that I am doing right now. It's just kind of looking at, okay, who are the people around me that are adding value both personally and professionally? Because you have to
have both.
Yeah, you have to have both. And so because we will spend our times beating the streets and
then have no support system when you come home.
Right.
And you're like, this is the loneliest place in the world. And then you start living in that fakeness. Exactly. Everything's good. And the main chick that walks up to you like, oh, it's wonderful. Right. The bitch is suffering.
Right.
She's suffering through it, baby. Let me tell you. Because it's an established, and I'm the kind of person that says, it's okay that you're not.
Yeah.
It's okay. And like pull you off to the corner like, do you want to talk? Or here's my number. Because I can sense it on people.
Yeah.
Because I do notice a lot of entrepreneurs that have come up after me, how they start getting susceptible to that. And I don't think that I'm just speaking from a my city perspective. I think I'm speaking from
is a universal
this happens
thing.
with
It's a universal thing.
Because I think that people feel like you have to. It's just a certain. It's that box thing you were talking about.
Yeah.
Like they feel like an entrepreneur has to be this certain thing. And then if you don't fit that box, I don't know. I can't explain it. I can probably delve into it later. But what that did teach me, because I started pulling away from people. I started working from home and stopped depending on other people to do partnerships with or to work with. And I started working from home. And I think what that did was it taught me how to work in a solo environment and still get shit done.
Right.
So when I just want to say this really quickly. So when the pandemic, and when pandemics, because my brand has survived through three.
And I want to talk about that.
Three
like
economic setbacks, not just pandemics, but economic setback, because the pandemic was an economic setback. But what that taught me was how to work remotely.
Yes.
And it's so funny how important that is to know how to keep yourself self-disciplined, because I was disciplined, man. Like I would wake up every day 5 a.m. sharp. Like I didn't go to sleep until 2 a.m.
Right.
Like I was disciplined as hell.
You have to be. You have to have a schedule. You have to have a regimen just like you would if you were going to the office at 9 o'clock. And I think people, they're like, I'm just going to lay in the bed until 10 o'clock because I don't have any obligations until 12 or whatever. But you have to put yourself on a schedule, But, and people had to learn that for sure.
That's why I was so excited when I saw you were hosting that working remotely with Google. Aren't you doing something like that?
Yeah, I do the Google workshops, and one of them today is about working remotely. I'm actually, this workshop I'm partnering with Power on Heels Fund, which addresses the gender pay gap for women. So amazing organization. So I'll be partnering with them. But yeah, I mean, there are resources. So I'm a Google digital coach for Houston, and we have these workshops that give you resources on working remotely and online tools for your business. So yeah. So thanks for mentioning that.
But I've logged on to a lot of your workshops, and they are amazing. And even at this point in my life, I find something in there, because again, y'all, you don't be surprised. I will get on it in an accelerated course.
Right.
I will. Listen, there's resources out there, so there's
many.
therefore no excuses.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is, if I'm not mistaken, free.
Yeah.
At least you didn't
free.
charge me.
Right. No,
okay.
It's free. It's free. Free 99.
Free
Free
99.
99.
Right.
So, yeah. So, free 99. But if you go to my profile on Instagram, you can find more information
You know what
about
I think
that.
is funny? I got to say this, too.
Yeah.
I have to say this, because, I call people out.
Right.
It's funny how people will want you to give them a VIP access to something that you have that is paid, but when you host things that are free, they won't show up.
Oh, hello.
Can I take the gun?
Hello.
Give me that.
Right.
Come on, Mike. Damn. Are you asleep? Give me a ding. Give me something. Give me a ching.
Right.
Mike, you know what? That ain't it. That's a Shopify bill. I get that on my phone. I need symbols of bing. Mike.
But it's so true.
I'm firing your ass.
And then
That's it, Mike. No.
they won't show up to the free event, but outside of the free event, they want your free advice.
I'm firing Mike.
So you still try to fire Mike. But yes, but that's so true. And so, but I won't show up to the free event.
No, they won't. But then we'll
But
get
I'm
mad
be
at
in
you
your
and get their
inbox.
feelings. Oh, yeah.
But I'm in your inbox
If
and
you
your
host
text
that
messages
same
I
thing-
still want free advice.
If you host that exact same thing
Yeah.
and there's a cost attached to it, they will get in their feelings and stop talking to you if they hit you up on the phone like, hey, would you happen to have buddy passes?
No.
Or, I wanted to come, but I don't have the money.
And
And
then
then
go to the grocery
expecting
store and
you
ask them
to give it to them for free.
A free
And when
loaf
you
of bread.
don't, they will unfollow your entire
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
But here you are giving resources.
Exactly. For
And
free.
the people that need them very rarely show up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's
But they want the recording and no, these sessions are not recorded. You just
They want
don't
the
have to show
recording?
up. Right? No recording.
it's the benefits and no work.
Yeah.
And it just
Yeah.
unfortunately, guys, I wish, Lord have mercy, I wish it worked like that.
I
I'm
wish
tired.
too. Oh, I see my sis
It doesn't work like
Angelica.
that.
Hey, boo.
Hey,
Yeah.
Angelica. What was very true, Angelica? What was said that was very true? Put that in the comments so I know what you're talking about, boo. 'Cause you're not descriptive in that, baby. I don't know what very true mean, boo.
Well, everybody said that's true, very true. Sushi's. We don't know what that's about. We had to go back to the
Angelica
timestamp.
gonna tell me today.
You said Angelica gonna tell you today. That's my boo.
Aw,
So
I
yeah, so yeah, we talked about the pandemic. This is
Yes.
why we need about 18 sessions for just to talk about our businesses alone. But
I'm telling you.
you talked about how your business survived 3 recession / pandemic. So let's talk about this last one, because I love how you late bloomer, but you always stay
I'll be on it.
15 steps ahead.
Because I don't have distractions.
Right, exactly. So talk about what you did when the pandemic hit, because you were like, I'm
Listen,
on it. I was like, oh, let me
What I
order
did
this.
was I ordered up about, I think it was maybe in total about 4,500 pounds
Yes.
of alcohol. I partnered up with a alcohol manufacturer, and I told them about who I was. I told them the situation I was in. They knew, because they were, they were preparing for it.
Right.
And I was like, listen, I make soap and I do these things. It wouldn't be hard for me to mix some things and make some hand sani.
Yeah.
But I need to protect and buffer my company, because people, we're about to go into a financial, every time you go into a pandemic, you're going to go into a financial depression.
Right.
So I was like, and I don't know if anybody's going to buy anything other than hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Because when you stay in your home, you get resourceful and you start to learn how to eat noodles and cheese and not lobster and steak.
Right.
So I was like, man, I need to do something to kind of pad my company.
Yeah.
And it did not hurt the fact that when nobody, and I mean this for real, when nobody in Houston, there was about a 2.5 week process. No one in Houston had hand sanitizer but me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I also
I
kind
love
of had
it.
gotten a bird in my ear
Yeah.
beforehand,
That
because
you
I
need to
do
prepare for this. Yeah.
and I do business outside of the U.S. Although we're a Made in America brand, I do business outside of the U.S. So I have people outside of the U.S. that's in that Eastern world that was like, Lydia,
Right.
y'all about to get hit with the woohoo, and I was like, what's the woohoo? You know what I mean? And so, woohoo coming from the woo-hoo. So I did not. I basically, I was receptive to that, and I was like,
Yeah.
well, let me do what I got to do, because either way it
Yeah.
goes, even if it's nothing, even if I don't sell any, it's okay. I can always just add hand sanitizer to my line. I had no idea that it was like, it was like trading gold on the stock market.
Yes.
And it was insane. I only had a small supply because I wasn't buying it in hundreds of thousands of gallons like a Purell or another large company would. I had to pay premium freaking price, not only for that, but for the transport of it, because it's ingredient that has to transport via ground, and it's expensive because it's flammable and dangerous.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to get rubbing alcohol from the dollar store, and a lot of people were doing that because they had to.
And then adding aloe vera.
Which is fine.
Like,
no, I made legit
feel like sandpaper.
My hand sanitizer don't do that.
It doesn't, and it smells so good.
It has panthenol, vitamin
so
B.
Good. Got lavender.
Guys,
listen.
It's awesome.
When you just want to put hand sanitizer on your hands,
it doesn't dry your hands out. It doesn't leave you ashy. It's really good. But
it's so good.
But also at the end of the day, understanding that I need to do something to protect my business, I have an integrity about my brand. Yep. So when you marry necessity with integrity, filling a gap, filling a demand and then you marry that with integrity, that's going to be beneficial and a blessing to you. It's when you just see the necessity and then you're like, oh, and you're trying to capitalize off of something with no love in it.
Exactly.
So I actually ended up getting a whole lot of love, and I ended up getting on the radar of Good Morning America.
Yeah.
And they were like, so we hear you got hand sanitizer down there. Nobody has hand sanitizer. But by that time, I was sold out of hand sanitizer.
Right.
And they were like, we want to feature you. You're a small business, blase, blase. And so I know that I do need to, I've been saying this forever, but I do need to host a course or something on leveraging TV. Appearances and getting your brand and or yourself or your product on TV. Because there's a way to go about doing it and build relationships, but it's more than just trading business cards at a networking event.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. And so speaking of, just integrity in business, we're going to talk about this girl shut up, because we have way more to talk about your business, but we only have so much time today,
I know
we have
it goes so fast.
It goes so fast, but there's so many components of our businesses that we can talk about in different episodes, like you said, leveraging TV for your business, pivoting during a pandemic, how to recession-proof your business with products and all of that. And it's not just products you can put in your hand, digital products. Like a lot of these coaching, consulting businesses who didn't have digital products during that time, a lot of them suffered
because they were thinking in the moment. You cannot, as a business owner, think in just the moment. And not everybody's able to do that. And I think the problem for people who have a business that aren't able to do that is they also can't afford to have someone on their team to do it either.
Exactly.
So you just kind of get lost and stuck in the. You have to be thinking about what's going to be selling a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, but still be working in the current of what's selling today.
Exactly. So what's selling today is this girl shut up. Go ahead, pull it up.
Lord have mercy. I remember, you know what? I got to say
lashes.
This. The first time I saw this, I saw them in strip lashes. I was literally in the beauty supply going to get some more hair color. Y'all know I love my hair colors. And I saw these in the little tray.
Right.
And I thought it was a joke, by God, because it was around around October.
Halloween.
So I swear to God, I thought it was like something for Halloween.
Yeah.
Because when I saw them, they were like maybe 2 inches long. And I said, when I first saw it, I thought it was a joke. And then, I was coming back up the aisle, and it was the sister in them. Yeah. And I couldn't help. I was so, oh, my God. I was like, because my face shows everything. I was like, I couldn't help. I was like, oh, my God. So they're wearing this, as an everyday thing. Now, I do understand in business you can do what you want to do. You can rock your look. Your aesthetic can be whatever you want it to be. But it's when your eyes start to look like tarantulas.
Right. It's just you have wings on your eyes. Can you see?
Who made that cute?
I know when I do dramatic lashes, just a little bit more dramatic than I have on right now, I see the lash. So I know if you have on these lashes that are like this, you cannot see. How do you see? And it looks hideous.
It does.
People are now turning to costume, almost like costume.
Are you talking about Hunger
makeup.
Games?
Yeah,
are you talking about Hunger Games? Mike, are you listening to this? Okay. Mike.
Right. Sushi's Duchess said, I know, right? It's so tacky.
Yeah.
And it's like,
just
at
dressed
what
up.
point
Theatrics.
do you think this is cute? And people, like you say, you saw it as strip lashes, but people are now getting lash extensions that look
That
like
was
that.
no, that was lash extensions.
that
I
was
know the difference.
extensions?
That was extensions.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
that wasn't a strip.
So
That was
you
extensions.
Got to keep that
No,
on
you
your
can get those
eyes
done now
for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
remember when my
I
lash
didn't
lady.
sleep in that.
Mine are all wonky now because they're falling out,
But
and I couldn't get them done.
But they don't look like
Oh,
bat
look,
wings.
there goes one.
But
Gotta
they
go.
don't look like bat wings.
No, they
though.
don't look like bat wings. But I remember one time a young lady did mine too thick, and I was mad as shit.
But
I was
they
like,
still didn't look
I mean,
like
they were
bat
so
wings.
thick. I was like, so she got me out here looking high as Cooter Brown every day because your eyes are just so dreamy. I was so mad because I was like, Joy, every day I go home and I put like cream on them, trying to
Right,
like,
you were trying to take some of the lashes out.
but what upset me about that is that she I told her of course I like my lashes full.
Yeah.
And I like them long, but I've had them done long and full for a long time without an issue. It's been since those lashes are the bomb. Now, when you say that, they automatically have you looking like Cardi B before Bodak Yellow. Right. And I'm like, no, that's fine for Cardi B.
Right.
When she was in the club popping it. Because that is conducive to that market. That works. So you need him to see you on the pole. So he'll call you over. I don't need that.
Need to blink a
he
little.
Won't, he can't see you 30 feet away. You got what you selling, but butt cheeks and lashes. So I get it. But it's in a professional environment. I need to see who I'm talking to.
Right.
So, but I haven't seen too many sisters in business do that. But
listen.
If you're in the lash business, I see it. But.
It's just too much. So we're just gonna give the bat wing lashes a girl shut up.
Yes, please. Stop the terrible trend.
Girl, shut up. Right. Girl, shut up. Yes. Just stop it. Stop it. So, guys, we thank you for so much for joining us today. For those of you who haven't caught a full episode, that's normally what we do is the girl shut up. We have some really funny ones, too. So make sure you subscribe on our YouTube channel so that you can get alerts when we have new episodes up. We are on episode 13.
Oh, my God, Joy.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either,
But
babe.
you know what? It's kind of something that I don't think about every week because I enjoy it so much.
I do too.
So
I look forward to it.
I do. I enjoy it.
I don't even want to go to the office when I leave here.
I don't go out of the house until Thursday. Listen, y'all, I don't leave the house. Y'all think I be out in these streets. I don't. Bat wing. Right, the bat wing lashes. So I come out on Thursday just for this so I can see Lydia. Or I go to Lydia's house. That's it. That's all I go. Or I go to Target because Target is, I can't deprive myself of a Target visit.
That's what you can't do. You look like that. This says Target all over. The dress does not look like it's from Target, but it looks like a girl that shops at Target. Yes.
Like a Target ad. Like
you just
living in color.
Running in the Target.
Right. But yeah, so every Thursday at 10 a.m. Central Time, you can find us.
You have a panel. Don't forget to watch the panel.
Yes, I have a panel tonight. Startup Sisters, which is an initiative of Div Inc., one of the organizations I work with. Listen, y'all, if you haven't signed up for this, we're talking to some badass women. These women are leading $1 million+ enterprises and are going to talk about how they break through the biases and how they broke through certain barriers to get there. So go to my Instagram so you can find the information on that. At joy_m_h. Yep. And as always, you can catch us here on Thursday at 10 a.m. Well, not here because we're going over to the
confusing
YouTube.
The people.
Right. We're going over to YouTube.
But if you subscribe on YouTube,
you'll get an alert.
You will get an alert. And then, or if you're subscribed to our Facebook page, there should be a notification that goes live then. But it's just easier because when we go live on YouTube, it'll just come across your phone that beautyish is live now. And then you can just click on it if you want, or you can download it for later to watch.
Yeah. So thank you all for rocking with us. Follow us on Official Beautyish on Instagram. Yep. And then let's see. I think if you have any questions or want to be a guest, sponsor, advertiser, whatever, hello@beautyish.com.
Hello.
And I know you guys have been asking about these sweatshirts and hoodies, our beautyish apparel coming soon.
Merch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. See you next week.